Hello, Phish heads. I'm Dr. Joel Eby, a physical therapist here at Mission Move Physical Therapy, and we specialize here in treating runners. And I happen to be treating a member of the Antelope Running Club. And as we got into a discussion about how you guys meet together on a regular basis and do these group runs together, he said that you guys don't really ever do any sort of warm-up. There's a little introduction and then just off you go. And so I said, why don't I create an official Antelope Running Club dynamic warm-up sequence for you guys to do? And so hopefully you'll be able to do this before you go on your group runs and you won't get injured and you'll have a great run. So I'm gonna go through some mobility drills, some little dynamic warm-up type things that you guys can do together before you run. And there is a song, of course there has to be a Phish song that goes with this, and I want you to do the song, I think it's called Chalk Dust Torture. It's about 4.5 minutes long and has a good rhythm to it to get you guys going, get the blood flowing a little bit. And if you do all these drills for about 30 to 45 seconds, that's about the length of the song, which is about 4.5 minutes. So the first thing that I want you to do is what we call a warrior pose. And you're gonna do this movement here where you're gonna go back with your leg while your arms go overhead. And I'll show you from the front, and then I'll show you from the side. And you alternate either side. This just helps to get your arms and shoulders, hips and knees, everything. This is kind of a full body mobility drill, okay? So that's the first one. Do about 30 to 45 seconds of these, just alternating back and forth between your legs. The second thing that I want you to do to help warm up your hips and stretch your glutes a little bit is go down into a squat, and then you're gonna reach down with one hand and then go up with the other, right? Back up, reach it, squat back down. Same thing, here, one side up, back down. And again, you'll wanna do 30 to 45 seconds of those. Again, just full body, shoulder, hips, knees, ankles, getting you moving. Next thing we want to do is a little bit more dynamic, which we actually want you to do some leg kicks. So I like to do walking leg kicks, and this is for your hamstrings. So ideally you'd have like a long path you guys can do, just back and forth like this, kicking up, just getting a little bit of stretch in the hamstrings. You don't have to kick very far. If you don't have a lot of hamstring mobility, you can kind of reach for your hand like this. Again, that's to give a little flexibility to the back of the legs. The next one I want you to do is a walking quad stretch. So the same sort of thing is while you're walking, just give yourself a little squeeze of the quads, kind of pulling your leg back like this, not too hard. And this helps to stretch the quad, which is one of the main muscles that you're going to use with running, and helps that to get warmed up. The next muscle we want to add a little flexibility to is the hamstring. For this, you do something called scoops. So be easier to show you from the side. You're gonna put your heel out like this. Don't bend your knee and just pretend that you're scooping. Scoop, scoop, just like that. Sort of looks like you're herding some geese or something like that, like shush, right? So that's how you wanna do that. And again, make it a walking one so you're not just standing in place, but you're actually moving. You can all do this together for about, again, 30 to 45 seconds. The next one that I want you to do to help warm up the calves, and the calves are really important because you're pushing off with them, is again to do kind of a walking heel lift, right? So it's just like this. Just this little, you're not really skipping, we're about to do that, just like this, where you're pushing off and you're getting your one knee up and you're extending your toes and pushing off with your toes so the heel comes up, and that just gets some good blood flow to your calves so that when you're running, as you push off, those calves are nice and warmed up. And the last one that I want you to do is just straight up skipping. So good running form involves a lot of like up and down as opposed to striding out. And so a good way to kind of get into that rhythm of like a fast, running lots of steps, a higher cadence, is to actually just do like a little skip like this, okay? And this is what it looks like from the side. Might have been a while since any of you skipped, but it's fun, puts you in a good mood just like it did when you were a kid. So give some skipping a try. And that's the last one that I want you to do. So skipping would be the last one right before you run. Then, for your first Phish song that I want you to listen to when the run starts, I listen to a bunch, and the one that I like the most for running is one called First Tube from, I guess it's the Farmhouse album, but I don't know, there's so many albums, lots of live albums too. But First Tube, that drum beat in there, which stays consistent throughout the entire song, is perfect for getting your cadence up and getting you going right away, okay? So, there it is. That's the official dynamic warm-up for you guys in the Antelope Running Club. Hopefully this will keep you from getting some injuries and help keep you running for as long as you possibly can. We have a lot of great running tips here on our YouTube channel, so subscribe to that, and then also follow us on Instagram at Mission Move PT, and we have great running stuff there for you too. So thanks. If you have any questions, comment in the, just reach out in the comments below. We'd be happy to answer them.